Sure you feel the vibes.
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video, and welcome to my NFL 2019 Week 10 game recap between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers pick up the 24-16 win at home, which the weather got kind of bad in that fourth quarter. It's a cold place to play. Green Bay is usually really tough to beat in their stadium, but the Green Bay Packers moved up to 8-2. The Panthers moved down to 5-4. This was the game I think they really needed to win, especially with New Orleans getting upset by the Atlanta Falcons. Who would have thought? This is a game the Panthers needed to win to kind of close that distance, because the NFC, I believe you have 8 or 9 teams, something like that, with winning records in the NFC. It's somewhere around that number. You can go back and look at it. I think this week might have affected that, but it's somewhere around there. So it's very competitive. Those wild card spots are going to be tough to get. And then just win the division, period. But let's start with, of course, I'm gonna get to keys to how Green Bay won and keys to how the Panthers lost. Start with Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 17-29, 233 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Now, you look at the 0 touchdowns, and he didn't have a great game. His movement in the pocket was really good. And with the way the Packers ran the ball in this game, he didn't have to really be great, which is rare for that Packers offense, where he usually has to be great for them to win or even be in games. But with the way the Packers were able to run the ball, I think he made enough plays. Like I said, he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't have explosive numbers, but I think he was able to extend plays, get some throws down the field. Just what he does. He's a hard guy to pressure. He's a hard guy to even bring to the ground, just because of the way the way he's able to escape pressure, the way he's able to move around in the pocket. And you saw that in this game. I thought his offensive line did a great job of pass protecting. They did a great job of run blocking. Green Bay's rushing. Aaron Jones, 13 carries, 93 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That is a 7.2 a carry. Williams, 13 carries, 63. Aaron Rodgers had 1 carry for 7. Total 27 carries, 163 yards, and 3 touchdowns. It's rare for a Packers offense to be that balanced. It's usually Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball a lot, but they were balanced in this game, and the reason they kept running the ball, because it worked. The Panthers' run defense was trash in this game. They got gashed so bad, especially in that third quarter. You gotta give credit to the Green Bay offensive line, not only in terms of pass protection for Aaron Rodgers, but being able to open up these holes for your Aaron Jones, for your Jamal Williams. So gotta give Packers credit for that. Packers receiving, no one had a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 7 receptions, 118. He was killing them. He had Dante Jackson most of the time. Bradbury was out in this game. But, Jimmy Graham, 2 receptions, 59. Alan Lazard, 3 receptions, 27. Jake Kumaro, 2 receptions for 23. Like I said, other than that, no one really had any over three receptions, 6 yards. Allison had 3 receptions for 6 yards, and that was pretty much it. But it was mostly the run game. Devontae Adams, of course, was the big key guy who had a good game as a receiver. The Packers defense, it was that front four. The front four was able to get a lot of pressure. Preston Smith, he had 2 sacks. He was able to get a lot of pressure. They were able to get interior pressure. So I'll give that defensive line for the Packers being able to get pressure, especially on the final drive where the Panthers couldn't block anyone. Got to give some credit to that Packers defense, and mostly the defensive line, I think, was a big reason they were able to pull out this game. Looking at the Panthers side, Kyle Allen, 28 of 43, 307 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That interception was really bad. It was underneath coverage, and he had a guy over the top. It was pretty much bracketed. I believe that was DJ Moore. I think it was DJ Moore. It might have been Curtis Samuel. I can't remember. But it wasn't a throw he should have made, and they ended up getting tipped and picked off. And it was a red zone. Just, that's one of the things not capitalizing. That was a red zone opportunity. Panthers offense, they were able to move the ball in this game. But it was stuff like that they weren't able to capitalize. They had the 2 turnovers, which was one of the keys to that loss. Packers took care of the football. The Panthers had the 2 turnovers, and none bigger than that one. You had a bot snap, which ended up getting recovered by the Packers. It's just stuff like that. You just can't afford to turn the ball over against the Packers offense like that, especially at home. Especially when you're moving the ball, you're in the red zone. But the offensive line, they came in with injuries. Guys got injured in this game, especially at left tackle. It was terrible. Left tackle, protection overall wasn't great, but especially at left tackle. And the Panthers have, throughout the years, even when Cam was back there, something I always talked about, left tackle. You can never get a good left tackle to protect that quarterback's blind side. And just something, and this is what you saw today. The final drive, it seemed like, just looking at the footage, it seemed like Kyle Allen was under pressure at just about every single snap. Maybe not every single, but it seemed like it. He was under pressure a lot. But even still, he doesn't have the greatest arm strength. And I don't know if the cold was affecting him. It started snowing. But he doesn't have the greatest arm strength. The one thing about him, he every now he'll have some really accurate throws, but he's just not the guy. I know a lot of people see him as the guy, and I won't put the blame just solely on him, but he has some noodle arm throws. He has some noodle arm throws that you'll see in this game. There was one where McCaffrey was opening in the end zone that he could have fit in there, but it pretty much lands at his feet. It was a complete noodle arm throw. So that's one thing. He doesn't have great arm strength. Looking at Carolina's rushing, Christian McCaffrey, 20 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown. This guy, he's going to give 110%. Kyle Allen had 3 carries for 12. So, they still kind of stuck to the run. They were able to get back into the game. They took an early lead. Of course, the turnovers didn't help. Looking at Carolina receiving, DJ Moore had a good game, 9 receptions, 120 yards. Greg Olsen had a good game. He's been off. I think he only had really one other good game. He had 8 receptions for 98 yards. Curtis Samuel had 4 receptions, 35, and a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 6 receptions for 33. Darius Wright, 1 reception for 21. That's one of the throws I was talking about, where that was Kyle Allen's best throw of the game. You go see that, the throw to Darius Wright on the left side of the field was a great throw. And you see these throws pretty much every game. He will make that throw, but then you'll see some noodle arm throws. Even the touchdown to Curtis Samuel, he beat the man so bad, even despite the pass being behind him, he was still able to haul it in and still get the touchdown. Looking at the team stats, third down efficiency, the Carolina Panthers 4 of 10, 40%, and the Green Bay Packers were 4 of 9, so a little bit better. The Panthers outgained the Packers, but like I said, the 2 turnovers, the interception and the fumble, that was to me the key in the game was the 2 turnovers. Well, one of the keys, I'm sorry. The others, the Packers pretty much dominating the line of scrimmage and on both sides. Getting pressure on Kyle Allen when they needed to get pressure on Kyle Allen and being able to run the football. Like I said, they were gashing the Panthers. The Panthers looked tired, especially in that third quarter where the Packers was just 9, 10 yards, 6, 7 yards. And there was one touchdown, I think Jamal, it was Aaron Jones where he doesn't get touched. It looked like the guys on the Panthers defense gave up. Eric Reed sucks. He's missed so many tackles. I think he's one of the top 5 in terms of safeties and missed tackles. And you just look at the way he tried to tackle. A lot of arm tackles. He's not wrapping up. He's kind of trying to throw his shoulder in the guys instead of, driving through the guys, wrapping up. A lot of guys are going to break those tackles, especially running backs. So he's been bad this year. I think because the Panthers weren't able to get pressure, you had to rely on the secondary to get stopped. Bradbury's not out there, the team's best corner. And Aaron Rodgers got a lot of time to throw. Like I said, he made some big plays. He wasn't extraordinary in this game, but his movement in the pocket, he made some throws down the field. It ended up being the difference. So, the Panthers, it was a tough loss. Still got the Saints twice on the schedule. You still got the Colts on the schedule. So Atlanta just beat the Saints, so clearly they haven't given up on the season. They're going to be a tough game. It's a division rival. Still got to play them twice. And really, with a game like that, you can't even look at record. The Packers are still fighting. Obviously, they still can fight for that number 1 seed. You need the 49ers to lose. But then, if they can't get that, you still got that second seed, and they do play the Saints this year. Oh man, no, they don't. I'm sorry, they don't play the Saints this year. Who played the Saints? The Bears played the Saints. That was that NFC North team that they had to play. But that is essentially, like I said, still playing for home field, but battling with the Saints for at least that second seed. And they're still fighting for that division. You still got the Vikings who won Sunday night. So definitely the NFC it's gonna be a fight, especially for those wild cards. Oh man, for the wild cards it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. What'd you think about this game? I think it turned out to be a good game despite the Panthers losing and obvious reasons why they lost. We just want, as a Panther fan, you just want Ron Rivera out of there. He has to go. He's been around too long. Guys like Cam Newton can't save his job now. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.